Hello everybody, True Marvels here, your Million G Gamer. Welcome back to Chapter 2 of Agent A, a puzzle in disguise. This is for the speedrun achievement and will get you through Chapter 2 pretty quickly. I don't claim it's the most optimized route in the world, but it's a pretty quick route. So if you do like the video and it has helped you out get the achievement or trophy, please remember to like, comment and subscribe on the video. So we start off by getting the glass, knocking the table over and getting the wedge. We want to then open up the pool filter, and we want to go back to the pool filter and fill the glass up, with water immediately. We then want to go to the stone door area. We have to watch a little cutscene, unfortunately. We can't skip this one. And then we want to pick up the card to the right on the plant pot. And then go to the valve on this red pipe and twist it until it comes off and pick up the valve. We now need to go right back to the front door, right back to the very first screen we started the game on, and go to the post box, which is to the right. You probably didn't notice this at first. We go to the post box here and you insert the card that we just got, and we can kind of sequence break the game because we don't know these symbols as of yet, but because they remain static, you can enter them now when you first visit the post box, and it saves you a little bit of time. So you just copy the symbols on the screen there. You'll open this one up and get a wedge and a key. We also want to go here now and put the valve we just obtained and switch the water off. So we want to hotfoot it back to the pool now, and we will find that the water's drained out of the pool. And that should reveal to us a red button, which we now need to press to reveal a keypad. Now, we would normally get the code for this keypad by viewing the security footage in the safe room, but it's the same every time. So get the wedge, and it's 225. That opens the door to like a shed or a garage kind of thing. And we want to go in there and get a number of items. And because we've already got the goodies from the post box, we can actually do a few extra things in here as well ahead of time. So you want to get 2 corks, an oil can, and you also want to get a plunger. So you can open the fuse box for later. The game's just catching up, getting the items that we picked up, and the plunger's there behind the fork. Now, as I say, because we've kind of sequence broke the game a little bit, we can open that toolbox. But first of all, we want to oil the grey and get another wedge. And then use the key that we got from the post box in this toolbox here. And we'll get a number of items from this toolbox. So his inventory is getting quite full now. We'll get a light bulb, a hammer, a wedge, and another key. So we want to back out and then immediately go forward again and use the corks that we just obtained pretty much straight away. Cork these 2 holes up. Now we need to go turn the water back on, so we need to go right back to the post box. So we turn the water back on. Now, I think I made a small mistake here. We could have used the key with the electric symbol on here and unlocked the door, which would save us a trip back, but I forgot and messed up. But we go to the front door now, smash the light bulb with the hammer, replace it, and then we get this flashy green thing, whatever it is, strange pulsating item as the game calls it. So I'm just having a look, think what the next steps is now. And like I said, I could have saved some time by using that electrical key, but we'll come back later in the video. It doesn't really matter. We've got plenty of time to play with. So we're going to go into this second kind of living room area. We want to go to the fire and use the glass of water to dye the fire out, which gives us a tile. And straight above that fire, we've got a picture. And that reveals it's kind of safe. Now, if you use these ones in the same order I do, it's the inner, then the outer, then the middle, they fall into line pretty much straight away. So it's very easy to do. And that reveals a grid puzzle, which we use the tile we just acquired from the fireplace. And this one is just making the pattern up. Now, I'm not saying again this is the most efficient way to do it, but if you just copy the pattern that I have on screen and pause the video at your leisure, you'll have plenty of time, like I say, in this speedrun to get it. So don't worry about having to pause the video and have a look at the pieces or making a few mistakes here. Okay, so with that done, we reveal this keypad. We just need to tap A on this keypad so we smash the glass. Unfortunately, it does break the keypad, and we can't do anything here at the moment. So once we've broken it, we're going to back out. Now we're going to make a quick detour up to the bathroom. I go a little bit wrong there, get the wrong flight of stairs. So back off one room and then go up this flight of stairs, go to the right into the bathroom, and we're going to plunge the sink. You have to remember to fill the sink up, like I didn't. So I'm there, oops, it's not working. So just fill the sink up there. And plunge it. That gives us another key. Back down. And we want to go back in to the fireplace room we were just in. We want to go to the coffee table. That's there. We need to press these buttons in the order of, I believe it's 2, 1, 4, and 3. So there's 2, 1, 4, 3. The key we just acquired goes in this slot here and opens it up. And this is basically just a memory game, a copying game. So if you just follow the on-screen squares that I highlight, that will complete the puzzle. There's 3 of these to do. And there we go. That gives us yet another wedge. And that would reveal a symbol there for the post box. But like I say, we've sequence broke that. So we don't really need that. We now need to go back to the pool area, I believe, and collect the fish bones. Because now that we've turned the water on and corked up the holes, the fish bones have come out of the block drain. So there they are on the right. The fish bones are for Ruby's cat. So he was or she was in the bedroom. So go back upstairs and give Onyx the cat the fish. That will allow you to get the telescope lens. So now we need to go upstairs after we've got the lens and fit it to the telescope. Now this is where you need your pen and paper handy or camera device to take a screenshot of this, or just remember it because it's only 4 digits. You need to take the 4-digit code off the lighthouse. That is random each and every time. So write it down or take a picture of it, whatever, remember it. So we're going to go now to the piano room and just get another item. We're going to go to this sofa and the middle cushion, which reveals kind of like a sofa safe. We're going to use the strange glowing object that we got earlier from the light bulb. That reveals a safe with a mobile phone in. We're then going to back off one room and go to the broken keypad, you know, the one that we smashed the glass in. And this is where the number from the lighthouse comes in handy. Now, the numbers give you random numbers. So one gave me an 8 there. You have to press the numbers until you find the correct sequence, which is the number that was on the lighthouse. As I say, that number will be completely random to your playthrough. So you will need to remember, write down or take a picture of that number, as you do in many of the puzzles that are going to be coming up in the other chapters. So once you've done that, this reveals this weird cog puzzle. Again, just copy what's going on screen. It's a very straightforward one. Once you realize you've got to put that top left arrow pointing there, the rest of it just falls, you know, straight into place. It's not a very hard puzzle to solve. But what a well protected item this must be. And then finally we've got a fingerprint scanner, which we cannot do anything with at the moment, so just back out of there. So now I believe I have to hotfoot it back to the electrical box on the post box, which I could have done earlier when we visited, so you may have already done this. But again, you've got plenty of time to play with, so, you know, don't worry about it making mistakes, as I've said plenty of times during these walkthroughs. So we open up the box and we get a fuse. That fuse is going to go into the fuse box in the garage, in the shed, work shed. But I think we go there straight away. Yes, we do. So I don't know if this puzzle is random. I don't think it is. So if it's not, just copy my on-screen actions and you shouldn't have too much trouble. If it is random, then you just have to solve the puzzle as best you can, as quick as you can. But as I say, you do have plenty of time to play with, so try not to get flustered with anything like this, and just try and do it as quick as you can. But actually, I think this one is a static puzzle in every single playthrough. Okay, so with the fuse box activated, that activates the pull filter, signified by the green drop of water. Quite why it's green, I think it just means it's green for go. So that means the filter is now working, so we can get the wedge from the filter because it's pushed it out of the pool. And finally, we have all of the wedges, so we can go and fit them in Ruby's bedroom in the box by the foot of her bed. So you can just drop them. You've got to be on the actual pattern, but you can just drop them on any single segment. You don't have to actually put them in the exact correct places. This gives us a ruby. The ruby goes in something we've completely ignored up to now. It goes into the bull's head. And that gives us, is it piano roll? Or I don't know how it comes up on screen. It's one of them for the automated pianos. And this piano puzzle, I completely made a pig's ear of it. I will see if I can put a static screenshot on there for you of the numbers you have to press and in which order. But you basically have to do 3 sequences, but the sequences just grow. So like the first 3 keys are the same each time, then second sequence gives you 6 keys to press, and the final sequence you've got you just repeat the first 6 keys again basically, and then do the additional keys. And I made quite a few mistakes on this, so like I say, don't worry about it, just take your time. Take your time with it and you shouldn't have too much problems. And hopefully the screenshot I'll put on during these failed attempts will help you out and complete the puzzle a lot quicker than I did. It's the first time I actually watched this footage back. I did really make a pig's ear of this one, didn't I? Yeah, a complete mess. But as I say, you do have plenty of time to play with. Wait till you see my chapter 3. I'm leaving them in as a warts and all kind of playthrough. So chapter 3 is a complete mess. Chapter 3 should be a lot quicker than what it is. But I thought I would show it in its entirety, just to show that you can make mistakes and still have plenty of time. So whilst you do have to rush, you don't have to, you know, panic and rush too much. I think I get it right this time. Or maybe not. Sometime this video I'll get it right. What am I doing? This is quite funny, isn't it? I think it took about like 2.5, 3 minutes to do this. It should literally take, what, 30 seconds. And there we go. First time. So pull the lever, and that reveals a hidden bookcase, and that gives you a hacker tool. And there's also a paper file here. I don't think you have to click on the file, but I just did it anyway. The file is obviously important for story reasons, but you've probably played through the story once before, hopefully. Or maybe not. You may be trying to do the speedrun on your first attempt and mop up the other achievements, you know, as and when. So with the hacker tool acquired, we go back to the fingerprint scanner, and that's where the hacker tool goes, in the little slot at the bottom there. Again, this puzzle is random, but it's straightforward. You just stop the rollers on the glowy numbers. Each one gets faster, obviously, but very, very straightforward and simple to do. And we're really near the end of chapter 2 now. And we're probably about approaching 27 minutes, half an hour-ish, probably. So we've still got another hour and a half to do 3 chapters. So get the bomb, press the button. That drains the pool. That's why it was so secure, because it was stopping people getting access to this hidden room, base, whatever it is. The game just takes us straight there, which is a bit odd. So we need to zoom in to the glass plate, place the bomb, place the mobile phone. I think this number's the same every playthrough, but just take a note of it anyway, just in case it's not. And the only phone we've seen so far in the game is in the study, so we need to go back upstairs to the study on the left, on the phone, press the audio button or dial button, whatever that is, and dial the number that was on the mobile phone to phone in the detonation. So the game now takes you to the pool. I think you just have to move forward once to complete the chapter. So if this video helped you with the speedrun achievement and you enjoyed it, then I'd appreciate it if you could leave me a comment or a thumbs up. And even if you do like the content, even a subscription, that would be very, very much appreciated. So I will see you on chapter 3, which is a complete mess, I can assure you.